Thanks, Lo. Well, last time we saw you, Parker, was in Omaha, there with your teammates. What was it like to get there following the tough season ahead of that one?
It was really amazing. Seeing all that hard work we put in the offseason really come, full circle, and being able to reap the benefits of that. It was a great group of guys, guys that you love and you want to fight and battle for. It was just an awesome experience and a dream come true for all of us.
And we saw that fight in Omaha, one game away from the finals. How long did it take you to get over that one?
It was a while. I know when you get that close, as a little kid, that's all I dreamed about. I was watching the 2002 and 2005 team when I was a kid, winning national championships in Omaha. And that was something I wanted to be a part of. And it just kind of felt like a little bit of emptiness inside of me that, it was so close. You taste it a little bit. You just, you want to have the whole cake, I guess. So now I'm back trying to lead these guys, be the best leader and best teammate I can be, and try to get back to that place and, win it all this time.
I know it excites fans that you're going to be back. There are going to be a lot of familiar faces in the lineup this year as Texas returns 7 position starters, but has some key holes to fill with the losses of Mark Payton, Nathan Thornhill, John Curtis, Dylan Peters, and others. How confident, as you said, that you guys are going to be able to not only get back, but maybe take home all the hardware?
Very confident at this point. We have all the pieces. Talent can only get you so far in this game. We know we have that kind of talent to win a national championship, but also the intangibles. We've been there before. This is a group, a bunch of fighters. Really don't, buy into all this preseason stuff. They just go out and work every day, and they're going to battle for each out. And we're really confident that that type of team, can get us to Omaha and get us over the hump and win this thing.
Talk about some of the holes that you have to fill. I know Friday is going to be the first full practice. What have you seen from this new group coming in?
Yeah, obviously people know in the lineup missing Mark Payton, but Madison Carter at DH was another, key cog in that lineup last year. So both of those guys, we're just going to honestly have people who are going to take quality at-bats in their place, and that's all you can do. And in the pitching staff, look at Dylan and Nathan and John, along with Lucas. So that's 3 starters right there, your closer. We're just going to go and we're just going to throw strikes to the mitt. That's all we can do. It's what we've always preached as a pitching staff with Skip. Just throw to the mitt, let our defense work, and use the big field we have over there at the dish, and we like our chances.
You've had some time off away from the diamond. This is your senior season. What are your emotions going into this first practice and getting this final season under your belt?
It's amazing. One last go around at this, but really just really excited. Spend all the hours in the weight room, spend the hours in the bullpen. Now it's just time to play hardball, and that's all the guys are itching. I've been talking to Colin Shaw about it. We're just ready to get on the field, play against another opponent, and start winning baseball games and playing with these guys that we love so much.
You talk about some of your off-season work. What did you work on in the off-season?
For me, I had some fundamental things I needed to fix with Skip, trying to get more in line with the plate so I can be more consistent throwing strikes, because for me, I want to cut down on the walks. If I'm not walking people, I feel like I can be pretty successful. So once we kind of ironed that out, everything started falling into place. The off-speed pitches started getting better. Kept developing my changeup, which as a third pitch will be huge for me. So pretty much just trying to throw the ball to the mitt, 3 pitches, and we think that'll help me be successful this year.
All right, we've talked about your goals for this team for the season. What are your personal goals?
Personal goals, man, just win a national championship. When I came back, I tell people all the time, it was, all the selfish things went out the window. It was me just giving back to this university, this fan base, and my teammates. So if I can do that, if I can bring home a national championship to this school and everyone, I've done my job here as a Longhorn.
It's interesting. We had Houston Street on the show just last week. And, obviously he's been in the bigs for a while now, but he talks so fondly about his time here on the 40 acres and with the University of Texas. What is it about the University of Texas and the baseball team that has you talking just like you did so fondly about your time here?
It's just a really unique experience. Honestly, being the flagship university of the state of Texas, it's just a great group of guys. Our coaches bring in, a great recruiting class each year, not just talent-wise, but just guys that you become brothers with. And I think you develop that brotherhood, how hard we work, and just being so close to each other, that something you can't really share at any other level, even including the big leagues. And it's really cool to see all those guys come back, see the Houston Streets, the Drew Stubbs, the Taylor Teagardens, and, treat us just like one of the guys. It's pretty much like a fraternity, just passing the torch along to the younger guys.
And you get that opportunity every year at the alumni game. Of course, it's this Saturday, or next Saturday, rather, January 31st. What's your favorite part of being a player playing in that one?
Just seeing all the guys that I was in the stands watching when I was a kid coming to games. It's just really surreal to be shaking hands with them and just kind of being one of them, even though they're professional baseball players. It's just really cool to share the field with them. And, it's awesome to put on for the fans because we know they enjoy it. It's So it's just a great event overall, and something that we really enjoy doing.
All right, I need you to be honest with me now. Obviously, it's cool to play with guys that you watch in the stands, but who do you want to strike out in that alumni game?
Who do I want to strike out? Man, I'm not going to put anyone on blast right now. I don't quite have
this isn't blast.
No,
this is a guy being
I
ambitious on the mound.
Every guy that steps in the box, I want to try to get out. That's just me being the competitor. I don't really have one person necessarily singled out that I'm trying to go after. It's just going to be fun competing with guys that are, extremely talented and getting paid to play baseball.
He's already ready for the media at the next level. We appreciate you swinging by. Texas gets its preseason going on February 13th when Texas travels to Rice to take on the Owls.